Welcome to another episode of Security Minutes. I'm here with Dave Robbins. Dave, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good. Good to be back.
Dave, I want to talk about something that I've written extensively about.
Right.
It's really around the consolidation and integration of security environments, reducing complexity. It's something I'm really passionate about when we talk about cyber. There's plenty of complexity in the world.
Yeah.
What I'd love to get some insights from you on is, how does XDR integrate with other tools? I'm kind of interested on legacy systems, but also how it does this without disrupting existing workflows.
It's an interesting one because I think, in a way, right, security is almost like this ongoing game of whack-a-mole where a new risk comes along and we need to add a new control and we add that and add that. Rarely do we take them away, and I think that becomes a real challenge to your point on complexity. And it's actually pretty fascinating when you look at these environments which have 40, 50, 60 different tools or technologies or platforms in there, where you get to the point where adding that new one, it might actually solve that new risk really well, but it actually negatively influences the overall security posture of the organization. So we know for sure organizations are looking at, well, how do I consolidate? How do I take a different approach to that? And XDR is certainly part of that discussion. Part of it is, well, how do I bring that different data together and in real time start to make some educated decisions around what I need to respond to most effectively? And it is also about, again, simplifying and taking complexity out of that model. Yeah, for me, I work for Cisco. I'd love to think it's an entirely pure Cisco environment, and there's some cases where that'd be great. But in a lot of situations, there's going to be other tools in there as well. And I think that's an area where, for example, in our work, and I think really the industry as a whole, we've made a lot of progress over the last couple of years, working better together, integrating those systems so we can get, again, that universal view of what's going on in an environment.
I love the concept of working better together. I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there. We have so many cybersecurity tools. Being able to bring them all together and just gain insights and intelligence from multiple data sources, whether they're legacy, whether they're new, and really just reducing the amount of complexity. I'm interested, solutions like Splunk, how do they play a role in organizations gaining better visibility? Yeah,
look, I think if you look at the work we're doing with Splunk, and obviously, as we record this, we've just recently completed that acquisition. When we need to consider securing environments of the future, and to your point, hitting those objectives around reducing complexity, being able to simplify operations, AI is going to play a really critical role in doing that. But when I think about what does it take to be a world-class AI company, particularly world-class AI security company, the fundamental thing that you need to have is data. Data powers that. And so part of our strategy with Splunk is unlocking the power of that data, continuing to build on the strength of that platform already, to have the data to drive the next wave of simplification.
You almost can't have a conversation these days without talking about AI.
Yeah.
I think this is a place where AI really works well, because it's going to make the analyst's job easier. XDR already does that. Bringing AI into that, it's just going to open up the door for analysts to just get so much more done.
Yeah, that's right. And it's not about replacing analysts. Like, we still have such a considerable demand and probably gap in capacity of skills still today for that sort of capability. But what we do need to do is empower every analyst so that they have, essentially we're embedding them with that experience that we'd normally only get by spending 3, 4, 5 years in a SOC learning the hard way. Instead, what if we can start to bring some of that experience so that even those analysts that are just coming through that training pipeline today, we give them that level of productivity, that level of experience, and kind of build them up so that they're delivering at the level of what traditionally need to be more senior analysts to achieve.
Couldn't agree with you more, Dave. Thank you very much. Great insights. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we're going to be focusing in on threat detection and XDR. Thank you very much.